5 basic principles of parenting in Islam. Islam lays a special emphasis on communication and attitude of the parents towards their children, particularly in early childhood. Parenting in Islamic teaching encourages developing tolerance, harmony, and peace. It shows flexibility to accept children's dispositions and tries to discipline their inner faculties. The best gift to a child by his parents is his proper upbringing. But it can be confusing and daunting with so many theories of good parenting practice to follow. No wonder most parents find it hard to raise productive and pious children. To make it easy for parents, I have narrowed down the Islamic parenting to 5 essential principles. If we take action on these 5 principles, then it will help guide us and make us productive parents raising productive children. Children are an amanah for us as Muslims, a responsibility as much as they are a gift. It is our job to make sure they become hardworking, productive, and most importantly, God-fearing individuals who will be an asset to the Ummah. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "When a man dies, his action discontinues from him except 3 things, namely perpetual sadaqah, or the knowledge by which benefit is acquired, or a pious child who prays for him." So, our intention and aim when raising our children should be to make them a benefit for us and themselves for the hereafter. To achieve this aim, here are the 5 principles that are essential to ingrain while we undertake our daily task of caring for our children. Principle 1. Children are born pure. A person's behavior can be interpreted in 2 ways. The first is that actions are assumed to be influenced by his internal characteristics, and the second is in which the possible causes of a person's actions are related to his situation. Remember that your child is pure and innocent. If he misbehaves, then look at his environment for a possible cause. Principle 2. Parents are guides and role models. When children are young, they are still in the process of learning what is right and what is wrong, and the correct way to behave in their environment. It is the parent's responsibility to teach the child how to do this, how to choose his environment, and decide which type of people to fill that environment with, so that they can continue to do what is good and pure. Children imitate their parents more than anyone. If you find any undesired behavior in your child, check if you or your spouse has acted similarly in front of your child. Preaching that lying is a sin and then lying in front of children will not help. Principle 3. The essentials of upbringing are kindness and mercy. One of the qualities of a great leader is that you care for those whom you are leading. When your child does mischief, instead of scolding and blaming, hug or pat him and say, "I forgive you. Let's fix it," and then explain his mistake and suggest a way to rectify it. It can also be saying Astaghfirullah or an apology to you or someone else. An additional habit to teach would be that a good deed wipes away a bad deed. Moreover, if your child does disturb you while praying, don't get angry, but discourage them from this after your salah by explaining the importance of our 5 daily prayers. Principle 4. Where should you draw the line for your children? Without boundaries, society would be in chaos, as anyone can do anything and infringe others' rights. The same goes with a child. He needs a set of boundaries to guide his behavior, which gives a child the freedom to act and behave within them. If he does not know what the boundaries are, then he will always be testing you with his behavior to see what is acceptable and what is not. Set rules and limits for everyone in the family, including yourself, and take care to explain to your child why he must obey them. Children love logical reasoning, but make it simple. Have an activity session where you write simple rules on a large sheet of paper which you can hang in the living room or kitchen as a visual reminder. Reward good behavior with stickers that they can add to their chart, culminating in a larger reward at the end of the week. Principle 5. Small responsibilities for the small shoulder to make it big. As each of us is responsible for what is in our care, so too does the child need to be taught responsibility. Being responsible teaches the child to be independent but also dependable, reliable, and productive. It makes him feel that he has a role in the family and a role in society instead of feeling useless. He will develop a sense of belonging and be a useful member of the family and society. It will give him purpose instead of acting up out of frustration and uselessness. It also helps to teach children about being responsible for their actions. Some simple responsibilities include asking your kid to bring his plate to the kitchen or help set the table. Later in childhood, your child can begin to wash his plate or to help you when putting away groceries. Ask your teenager to help you out in the kitchen when cooking or cleaning, to put away things properly and keep the house neat and tidy. These are the 5 basic principles of Islamic parenting. It makes parenting a little bit easier when you take action on them. Once you have, you might like to find out if you have the top 5 qualities of a Muslim parent. Also, please share with us in the comments how you are going to implement these principles in your home and what are your action plans. Thank you.